Артём Lobov and Jason Knight. Артём, I want to start with you. You were in the UFC and you decided to leave that organization to join BareKnuckle boxing. What prompted you to make this decision?
Well, of course, I would be lying if I didn't say that, money wasn't part of the reason. We are prize fighters. We fight for money. This is how we make our living. So, of course, that was the big reason for me for leaving the UFC. Many people kind of didn't see it that way. The first, they're like, why are you doing this? Why are you leaving the UFC? But what if I told you that right now I'm making more than 90% of the UFC fighters? I think you would reconsider your choice then. Then you would see it as the correct choice for a prize fighter to make. So that's why we're here now. And of course, BareKnuckle. This is the true sport. I mean, this is why I love MMA. Because it's not like boxing. You're fighting with pillows on your hands. You're doing it raw. You're doing it real. You're doing it the way it is in our DNA. You know what I mean? This is how we came up fighting each other back in the pancreation days. Bare knuckles, nothing to cover them, and we're bringing it back.
All right, thank you, Jason. I want to go over to you. Mississippi Mean, the Kid, Hick Diaz. Which is it?
Whatever you want to call me, man.
It's Night Jason, at least on April 6th anyway.
All right, Артём.
I've been a kid since I was 14, but once I got in the UFC, they called me Hick Diaz, they called me Mississippi Mean. Neither one of them bothered me, so I'm good with it.
All right, I'm going to go with Mississippi Mean. All right, why but BareKnuckle for you?
Man, after the UFC, I got my little gym open, and I was planning on working on, trying to work on the few holes that I had in my flaws. I mean, the few flaws that I had in my game, and work on my wrestling and stuff like that, and slowly but surely work back into the MMA scene. But BareKnuckle just makes sense. It doesn't go against my MMA record. It's right here at the house, and I get to go fight somebody like Артём Lobov, or Lobov, however you say his name, in my hometown, and it's going to be a UFC caliber show right here at the house, and I'm ready to just go out there and do it.
All right, thanks. All right, back to you, Артём. You told the guys from Knockout Radio that you were going to hand them Jason Knight's jaw after the fight in exchange for some gear.
Let me start by saying this. I respect Jason a lot as a fighter. He was a top 10 featherweight in the UFC. This is not an easy achievement. Very few people manage to achieve that. So I give him his props for that. And I feel April 6th, we're going to have a very competitive MMA fight. Oh no, hold on a second. It's BareKnuckle we're doing. Sorry, Jason, you're fucked then, mate. We would have had a competitive fight if it was MMA, but this is not. This is real fighting. This is the BareKnuckle. So April 6th, it's Night Jason.
Is this guy for real?
Jason, I'm going back to you.
I didn't hear 100% what he said, but I heard the respect part. I'm going to give him that back, 100%.
Don't worry about hearing it. April 6th, you won't be able to see it either.
All right, guys, hold on a minute. Jason, how do you feel about him calling you Jason Night? Does that motivate you?
Jason Night?
Yeah, he's going to put you to bed.
No, it's Night Jason. Get it right.
That's fine. But I don't think he's man enough to put me out. I don't think him or any of his buddies, none of that. I don't think he's got nobody on his team that's tough enough to put me to sleep.
Jason, you're going to be...
Sorry, I'm going to have to hire you as a translator here. I can afford it now because I didn't understand the word of that.
You'll understand it later. All right, so you're going to be fighting in your hometown, Jason. What's it going to be like when they announce your name in Mississippi?
I'm going to tell you now, when they announce my name, it's going to be electric. There's going to be so many fans cheering that you're going to have chill bumps. I can promise you. It's going to be unreal, and I promise you, there will not be one Артём fan that you can hear in that arena. Not the whole entire arena. I can promise you that. You will not hear not even one of his fans.
Артём, he says there's not going to be one fan there for Артёm.
No, there's not going to be one
fan
that
doesn't matter. That's
hear.
Nothing new to me.
There's not going to be one fan that you can hear.
For most of my fights, I took the fights that nobody else wanted to take.
I can promise you that.
I was fighting with the other guy's coach.
All right, Jason.
I was fighting as the guy's friends in the fucking audience. I was fighting as his friends, as judges, and that never stopped me. So trust me, I've got no problem getting booed into the arena. They're going to be cheering when I'll be leaving. They're going to be seeing their true fight. They're going to see what happens on April 6th, live on pay-per-view.
Jason, how do you think you match up against the Russian Hammer?
Terrible, terrible. 1 minute.
Terrible.
1 minute I give him. 1 minute. That's it.
1
He
minute?
says 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute.
That's the same thing your boy Macwan said, and he got dropped. Same thing's gonna happen to you, buddy. But hey, the way I match up, I've got like a 6-inch reach advantage. I've got more
Look, I tell you
wins
one thing,
on my
right?
record.
Jason,
I'm sorry, I've got.
he was a good MMA
I got
fighter.
more wins on
but
my
his
record than he
strength
has fights. Period. You know what I'm saying? This guy's ridiculous. It's 13-5. He's got more losses than anything. You know, I mean 13-15 or 15-13, whatever his record is ridiculous. But the thing is, he's gonna come forward. He's gonna try to knock me out. He's gonna give it everything he's got. He's not gonna think about how to do it, and I'm gonna pick him apart. At the end of the day, he's gonna wish that he never took the bare knuckle fight. That's guaranteed.
Artem, you were saying something. Go ahead.
No, what I was saying is the thing is, if this was an MMA fight, like I said before, this would have been a competitive fight. Because if you look at Jason's fights, that's what he does. He mixes it up. He comes in, he throws a few strikes, level changes, tries a takedown, and this is what his strength was. That's how he won his fights, and he was pretty good at that. But what is he gonna do when I'm in his face? Only boxing, and he cannot level change. He cannot take me down. He cannot pull guard. He cannot do that rubber guard shit that he does, where he holds a man close to his chest with his own leg. What is that shit? This is bare knuckle now, and it's game over for Jason. Night Jason, April 6th, live on pay-per-view.
Jason, do no level changes fire you up? Does that scare you?
Of course
I'm
it
terrified,
does.
buddy.
But he has no choice.
This guy's got me. I'm telling you, he's got me scared to fucking death. But the way I see it, I see probably about round 3, Artem's gonna stand across from me. He's gonna be battered and bruised up, and I'm gonna see a poor, pathetic look in his eyes. He's just gonna be over there scared to death, wondering how in the fuck can he get out of this fight. And I promise you, if he doesn't take that way out in between 3rd and 4th round, if he doesn't just not answer the bell, I'm going to put him away before the fight's over. I guarantee you that.
All right, so you're predicting round 3?
Nah, I predict he don't get off the stool after round 3. If he does make it into round 4, then I'm going to put him out round 4.
Round 3, I'm going to be on my second line celebrating my victory. What are you on about, mate?
I'm not unrealistic. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna beat him in the first minute. All it needs 1 minute. You're not going to land that big-ass, retarded-ass bomb in 1 minute and put me to sleep. I can promise you that, buddy.
Listen, he can say whatever he wants, but the truth is, look at my MMA fights. Guys like Cub Swanson, guys like Michael Johnson, the best strikers in the world, they didn't want none of it. They wanted to take me down. They had to take me down in order to get those wins. So what is Jason going to do when he can't take me down? Nothing. It's Night Jason, April 6th, live on pay-per-view.
All right, we're going to wrap this up.
Live on pay-per-view, baby. I promise you, we're going to see if you can
I can't wait.
what you're talking. We're going to see if I can back up what I'm talking.